Hello and welcome to the Crab Papa Show. Today's episode we're going to be doing Deanna Troi. I thought it'd be cool if we cast her a couple of times maybe. And do her in different uniforms maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so here we go. Alright, so I'm trying to get Troi here to stand up on her own. And then we're attaching the air vents now. These will hopefully allow the resin to go all the way up through the fingers. There we go. And the first pour, ComposiMold. We almost did it in one. Another good way to do that pour too is the pour in just a little bit so the feet are all attached to the bottom of the can under the composi. Because sometimes that hot glue will remelt itself. Which is exactly what happened. This is actually my second attempt at Troi. The first one, the hot glue melted and she moved in the can and it was unusable. I had to destroy the mold and try it again, which is fine. And now we're cutting it open. Oh, and I apologize for the length of the video. I was trying to make this around 15 minutes or 12 minutes or something. I was going to speed this up a little bit more. It's at 500% right now. But my stupid computer keeps crashing, so this is as fast as I could make it. Here we're pulling out the air vents, or the straws. And just try and, take your time on the cutting part. I've learned this, if you rush it, you're going to slice your thing, your original. I've got little nicks and stuff in a lot of my originals. And you can get a much better demolding later if you really just take your time. And then we're taping it up so the resin doesn't pour out of the mold. Lining up the feet. Here we're going to start making some resin. Part A, the thick part, it was cold that morning, so I turned the camera off and held the bottle over it for about 20 minutes. It was crazy. Ah, it's so beautiful when it comes out of the cup. A big glob. This is a alcohol ink. They're a pretty good deal. I get them on eBay. It's about $12 for 15 colors or something. Maybe $15 for 12 colors, I don't know. Just slowly. I've heard the thinner your stream, the less bubbles go in. They pop on their way down. I don't know if that's true, but I keep doing it that way anyways, because it also the cavity is so small on this mold, just the 1 foot, so it takes it a little while to go down in there. Right, we're pushing out some of the bubbles. I was pushing out the bubbles around the hands. I didn't know if the air vents were working or not, so I was just making sure the hands were covered. And that's the rest of the resin. This is the next day or 2 days later, depending on the temperature, you know. If it's hot, it can be done in I don't know, 6 hours, 8 hours or something. I was having trouble getting Troi out because of the air vents. So here I'm kind of slicing the air vents open to the cavity. And then I gave up. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. A little bit of prying and they broke off in the mold. The air vents ended up working out pretty good, but they were really big. But I don't know if you could make them smaller because that resin's so thick, you know. Here I'm just cleaning up the Troi. Get you a little close up there. Going with the Sharpies. I don't know if this one wasn't working, the smaller one wasn't really working. I don't know if that's because it just won't, or because I bought it at the dollar store. I got this Sharpie also at the dollar store and it seemed to work out pretty good. I've had some problems with using paint on some of the other projects I did, so I thought about just using a Sharpie. Here, I'm trying to get that pen to work again. There we go. Come on. And I did break out the paints. And yeah, they're okay. Here I'm trying to decide how to proceed. I wasn't quite sure if I should paint the legs with that paint or to spray paint and tape them off. Yeah, see that prang just ain't sticking. It was really weird too. This prang paint's pretty weird. You put down a coat and then you start putting down the second coat, and the second coat starts taking off the first coat. So I don't know. I've got some higher quality paint. I'm breaking those out for the ones I'm working on now. So here I gave up on the prang, and we are gonna spray paint it. And we took some of the prang off there. Doing a little touch up here. The idea for this one here was Troi in a command uniform. And then I thought it'd be cool if it was transparent. And so that's what we're doing. So we're just masking off the parts of the figure we don't want to get, spray painted black. I thought the base would look better red, so I'm taping that off. And then a bag over her head. Spray painting it up. This is a Walmart gloss black, and I think it's really old. I remember their spray paint used to be 88 cents a can, so I'd buy it all from them, and then and they had a bunch of colors, and then they stopped carrying all these colors. So last time I was there, I don't know about now, but last time I was there, they just had black and gloss and white, I think. And it wasn't 88 cents anymore. So here we're pulling the masking off. This is, I think, about an hour or two later, maybe. And then because that prang kept taking itself off the first coat, I'm trying to give it a second coat with the Sharpie, which it didn't turn out too bad, really. Maybe 2 coats of the Sharpie next time. She got a bald spot on top. That's fine. Badge action. And we made her a captain. 4 pips. Now the mold was still good, and I didn't get quite exactly what I wanted, so I wanted to do another one where we would paint the skin tones. So here we're gonna go with the black dye, because most of the figure is black. If you ever want to make a duplicate, always look at the what is the most color in the thing, and then use that dye for your resin. We are kind of simulating one of those Geordie with the cheap sunglasses in the background. I have them protecting the captain there, you see. So I thought she might need another security guard. So and here we are taking out number 2. You can see the flashing on this one. There's a lot more than before. You'll see that more and more the more you use the mold. I was still having a problem with that air vent. I had cut it open from the outside because I didn't want to put a seam line on the inside. There would have been like an extra seam on the leg or something. And man, they did their job, but getting them out, it was crazy. It was a lot tougher than I thought it should have been. So it looks like she's all out there, and then we're getting the flashing off. Here we're cutting the air vents out. And the other fun thing is it's a really relaxing kind of hobby too. You're just there's a few steps to it, but you get them down and you don't even have to think about it. You just put all these things together and hope for the best and see what happens. Now here we're doing some masking again. We're gonna put some of that yellow paint on with the spray can. And we're making her a dress here. And you could just leave it like this, that looks fine. So here we're getting the resin ready for the third one. I believe Uncle Jack said it would look cool if one of the Geordies had transporter effects, like he was beaming down the Ryza. I thought that was the funniest thing. So I still had the mold, and right after I got home and I said, oh yeah, let's see. And I don't have any blue glitter, but I got this. I got this blue. I don't know. It's like tissue paper or something. It's not tissue paper, but it's some kind of metallic kind of paper thing. They turn out real pretty. I've used them a few times. So we get all that in there. They make a lot of bubbles though. And you can see it just kind of sucks it down in there. I was getting worried that these little bits of metallic paper would have gotten stuck, you know, in the vent holes and stuff, but it worked perfect. It went right down in there and filled the whole thing up. It was great. Top her off. And I try not to dome these because they're the bottom of the stand, but you know, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Okay, so I forgot to film the part where I was spray painting this one, but you know what spray paint is. Here we're just pulling off the masking. Turned out pretty good, I think. But this next part, yeah. So once again, this is praying. It looks okay on canvas. We've actually painted some stuff with it, and it looks pretty good. I don't think it's designed for plastics. But I don't know. Anyways, if there's any Fallout fans out there, I think you're gonna kind of recognize who I accidentally made. Ugh. I did go down to Harbor Freight to try to find a oh shoot, what is it called? The not an air gun. Oh no. Anyways, the little spray gun for models and things. And they did have them, but I don't have an air compressor. I thought they made them electric, maybe. So, with that, I could put paint. I think you can put acrylic paint in it. I don't know, but you could spray that and then mask it off, like making your own spray paint. This one we're going to go with Lieutenant Commander, and then I think I changed it to Lieutenant, because she's security. This one also, of the three, took the longest to make, and looks the worst. In my opinion. Yeah, and the Sharpie was having a hard time putting color down on top of the spray paint. I don't know why. Here we go. I'm going to touch up on the hair too, I think. So I'm letting that first coat dry before applying a second. Just, you know, in hopes that we can get a second coat on, because it just looks horrendous. And part of her nose didn't come out either, so again, the Fallout reference, you know. Ugh. Oh, and she had a bubble in the chin, which made that hole. was trying to patch it up with some paint. Alright, here is Transporter Troi. Because I knew this was probably going to be the last mold, I sliced it pretty good. I wasn't going to make another one, so when you're done with it, you know, it's a lot easier to demold when it's in mini pieces. This time, though, it broke one of her hands off. That's why I decided to destroy the mold here, because I didn't want to break anything else. But it looks like she's like skiing or something. So the air vent looked kind of cool. We were just trimming it up. And then I dropped her hand. I had to go find it. Be very careful with the knives. Then there's just a little bit of super glue. Lining it up. Putting it down. It dries clear. Looks good. A lot of times you can't even tell it was broken. A little bit of flash in there. And then we're putting a clear coat gloss over it. A clear coat I do spend some money on. I think this was $7, $6.50 or something. Because you don't use that much of it. And it makes your stuff look so good if you want something that's clear, and then it also, you know, protects it. Here we're going back to Ghoul Troi. And I think this is like the third coat or the fourth coat. Oh, and then the funny thing too is I found my the skin tone paint I found in a higher quality, and it was sitting like right next to me. And I had used it in a previous video. That's why I didn't know what was going on here. I forgot I used a different paint. And we're doing the eyebrows. Trying to couple eyeballs. I also, if you can see the streaks coming down a little bit, I shot her with clear coat as well, and the clear coat kind of messed up, or it made some of the black run on it. Maybe we can see it here. Here's the first one. Captain Troi. Maybe she's being transported by a Klingon transporter in mid-transport. And again, I'm sorry for the length of this video. It was not supposed to be this long. Okay, there we go. And this one. Yeah, you can see the hand's a little bit messed up. And let's see if we can see the streak. Yeah, kind of under the collar a little bit on the uniform. Also, it made like wrinkles in the uniform from the yellow spray paint was not compatible with the clear coat, so it kind of wrinkled up. But she ended up kind of looking like a battle hardened, like she got hit in the face with too many phasers, and you know, that's how she made lieutenant of security and lost her nose. And here's the transporter one. This one turned out really good. I was pretty happy with it. And I colored in the comm badge and just left it silver. Alright, and that's it. Hey, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.